that's where you good folks come in. I've never done it before.
Boy, one thing in owning a forested property, you never ever run out of things to do.
Welcome back. Got another softwood that snapped in half just down by the shoreline. So I'm probably gonna clean that up a little later. Every time this happens, I end up in the same dilemma. What am I gonna do with the wood? Every time I come back here, there are so many more trees down, and they're all pretty much all softwood, and nobody up here, and I mean nobody, wants it. So whenever I've got logs down, as you see in the forest, especially across my trails, I have to do something with it, and that's always what kind of stops me short. Same as this one out in the shoreline. I'll limb it, take it down and get it out of there, but now I gotta put it somewhere.
These softwood trees, they snap like twigs in the wind. They're so brittle. Let's get her done. I gave my neighbor Guy a call. I don't like dropping trees by myself. I'm getting a lot better at it over the years, but I still got a lot to learn. In the meantime, I can kind of clean up that top off the ground a little bit. Unfortunately, I haven't done the maintenance on the grapple yet, but hey, I do have my grab hooks on the bucket now. I'll probably just push those limbs off to the side for now, and then later on when I've got the grapple all maintained and ready to go, I'll come back and grab them and go pile them up by the chipper.
But I think I just found a good use for some of it at least. I think it's time to make a corduroy trail. You may recall when I had the excavator last summer and I cleared through all of my main trails, this one trail here kind of goes through a very low-lying part of my property or my forest. Just for reference, the lake and the cabin are that way. The old outhouse, or what I call Guy's outhouse, is just behind you to the right. And if you continue north, you eventually get to the northern boundary of my property. I think the reason why it's always so wet in this area and through the trails I cleared right through here that wrapped around, and then just before they start to go up that incline or that hill, is because the marsh is over there. If you'll recall the marsh, that's where Husky Bob dropped his ATV in the water a couple months ago. It's not too far away. So I have a feeling we're getting a lot of that in here. And I was trying to decide what I was going to do to try to firm this up or dry it out somehow. And I think some of these logs just might do the trick.
Done.
I kind of understand the basics of it. I think generally I'd need to come in, grade this out a little bit, and then lay logs one after another to kind of create sort of a base or a foundation to the trail, and then possibly put dirt or something over top of it in these low-lying areas that are so wet. And I'm kind of hoping that maybe a couple of you have done it already, maybe on your property, or you have some experience in how to do it. And if you have any advice, I'd really appreciate it in the comments.
All right, so here's the plan. At least I think this is the plan. You'll see I did an extra clean job of limbing off these tree trunks. I'm going to start piling them over close to the boat, and that's where I'm going to start piling them to eventually try to use them on my Corduroy trail. I imagine I'm probably going to wait until mid to late summer before I even attempt it, because that'll give it a chance to dry out a little bit more, because it's pretty wet right now. Either way, I've made a pile of brush over there, pile of limbs over there. When I get the grapple all maintained and lubricated and greased up and ready to go, I'll come back, grab this stuff. I have a feeling it's only good for the burn pile. Won't be much chipping, I don't think. And hey, no grapple, no problem today. Definitely had a little too much slack on this last one. I'll get the hang of it though. I do like having this work plate. It's great. Not a whole lot exciting today, but thanks for sticking around if you did. I really appreciate it. This is where I'm going to stack all of my logs as I find them or I come across them. I'll try to keep them nice and clean, and then at some point we'll get back and we'll give that corduroy trail a try. Have a wonderful week with your families. Please be kind to one another. I'll see you again right here on GP Outdoors. Cheers.